Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just finished watching episode 15 of Breaking Bad, season 5, and that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever watched in my life. I don't particularly enjoy watching things where someone is experiencing like extreme loneliness or suffering, you know what I mean? So let's just start off with Jesse. This fucking Lucas whatever guy is an absolute maniac. He threatens Skylar. He's like, yeah, the lady with the black hair you saw at your car wash, don't ever speak about her, you fucking bitch, or you'll die, pretty much, and your children, right? So obviously Skylar is scared to death. So Skylar ends up moving because those freaks broke into her fucking house. So they have Jesse chained up, making him cook meth. He got up to 96%, which is, amazing. Good for him. I think his record was 92, like back when Gus had him taken to Mexico to like exact his revenge or whatever. So he beat his record. He got a 96. So the fucking Luke, whatever his name is, guy, I think it was Luke, something like that, gave him some ice cream. And he's like, can you leave the tarp off of my fucking prison cell underground? I'd like to see the stars tonight. And he's like, it might get cold, but sure, go ahead. So he does that, and Jesse escapes. He gets literally to the fence before like 40 goons are like after him, and they're like, you're gonna fucking die. Just kidding. You're not. We're gonna kill Andrea. So they go to Andrea's house, they knock, they're like, we're Jesse's friends, blah, blah, blah. Luke, whatever his name is, has a silencer on the gun, make sure the kid isn't watching, and he kills her point blank. Fucking sad. Very fucking sad. She didn't deserve it. And it really just makes me like uncomfortable. You wanna give people recovering from, drug habits and whatnot, you want to give them a chance. But if you mean anything to them and they're involved in like either gang activity or drug activity, this is something that can happen to you and you have nothing to do with it. And what sucks the most are those deaths where the person doesn't even know why they're dying. It's like Gail. Andrea dies like Gail, but Gail was involved in the like gang life and the meth life, I guess. So, I mean, it was more expected for him than for Andrea, but she just fucked the wrong guy. And that is literally the most terrifying thing on the planet. Because I think we can all relate. Okay, maybe not all of us, but I've definitely dated some people with like questionable jobs. Like even right now, someone I'm talking to has a very questionable job. And this got me like, I'm cutting all that shit off. I don't want to be caught with my pants down. So Walter is so bored, sad, and lonely that he's paying the guy who helped him restart his life. He's paying him to play cards with him, $10,000 for 1 hour of his time. He is lonely, he's sad, he's losing so much weight. His wedding ring doesn't even fit. It looks like Skylar is going to go on trial for her potential involvement. Saul's weird dumbass is also getting a new identity and stuff. He's a fucking celebrity. How is that gonna work? But I guess we'll see, right? Saul is vanishing. I can't wait to watch Better Call Saul. But yes, Saul is changing his identity. Walt, I feel really fucking bad for Jesse. Like watching Andrea die, I feel really fucking bad for Walt. They're both going through tough shit. So I cannot wait to see this fucking finale. I don't know what else to say. I think that's it. Like, oh shit, Flynn. So at school, Flynn, Walt calls Flynn. He's like, I'm sending you some money, but it's going to your friend's house. Okay, so talk with him. He's a good kid. He'll give you your money. It's $100,000. This is all I can do. You have to accept this money, or else everything I did for nothing. On that note as well, it seems like they lost the car wash, or it was like repossessed or something, because Skylar works for like a taxi service or something now. But anyways, Flynn is very much like, do not ever speak to me again. Why won't you just fucking die already? You killed Uncle Hank. You know, you fucked with Mom. Just fucking get out of our lives. Just die. And it's so fucking sad because Walt ruined his family. He did. Walt ruined everything. And it just reminds me of that, like, quote from Kung Fu Panda that, like, Oogway says. When he tells Master Shifu, I have the weirdest, like, relative, like, stories, but when Oogway tells Master Shifu, you know, Tai Lung is coming back. Tai Lung is going to escape prison and he's going to come back. And Shifu is like, oh my God. And he sends the bird. He's like, go tell the guards to double their security. Go tell the prison. And Oogway says, one often meets their destiny on the road to avoid it. He says something like that. And it's like, Walt did all of this shit for his family. And it all went to nothing. It all went to shit. In his process to do all of this for his family, he destroyed his family. He doesn't even have a family anymore. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if that really relates to that Oogway quote that much, but I can see what I was going for. Okay, I think I kind of get it now. Like with his cancer and shit, he's like, I want to leave them something for, you know, when I'm gone. I want to make sure they're taken care of. And he literally does the exact fucking opposite. Now they aren't taken care of. In fact, they're in a worse fucking position. And if Breaking Bad is what inspired Attack on Titan, like at least influenced it a little bit, I'm guessing, then I kind of completely see what Isayama's vision was. He did say he likes a character who like starts acting in contradicting ways, like because of what X, Y, or Z means to them. And how it like shifts or whatever the fuck. I don't know what I can't remember what this jackass fucking said, but I understand now. Isayama was trying to make Eren like Walter White. Literally in the last second. He was like, well, Breaking Bad was received very well. Let me have Eren pull a Walter White in the last 2 chapters. It doesn't work out that way. No. Because we saw the entire series how Walt's actions were contradictory to everything. We saw that. We saw how contradictory his actions were to keeping his family safe, to providing for his family. And we get a perfect symbol of that when he's alone, rolling the fucking barrel down the street. That's all he cared about. And so at the end, he's like, well, I'm going to fucking die. Let me make sure I didn't lose my family for jack shit, absolute nothing. At least let me give them a better life. At least let me give them this money. At this point, he's realized he's ruined everything. In his quest to make his family's lives better for when he's gone, he's absolutely made it 1,000,000 times worse. And that is exactly what Eren did with the rumbling. I don't think it was supposed to be that way. I don't think it was written to be that way until the last 2 chapters of Attack on Titan. But I do think now that I can kind of see the vision of what Isayama was going for. He fell on his ass trying to pull it off because Attack on Titan is not and will never be Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was written with a clear goal of how Walter White would end the series. We see him reaching more and more pathetic, more and more patheticness, right? And like Jesse said, Walt was very lucky. You know, there was nothing special about him or anything. He didn't, you know, train or anything. Like he was just a fucking lucky guy. The fact that shit worked out for him so many times, it had a lot to do with luck. And it really, really did. Like Tuco's death, for instance. That was luck that Hank showed up at that time. Luck. Luck, 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 luck. And his luck just ran out. His luck ran out. Whereas Eren, it was the exact opposite. He was unlucky, but his training and his like skills were starting to pay off. So you can't take a show like Attack on Titan and take a character like Eren Yeager and turn them into a Walter White, pathetic sort of, in my quest to make your life better, I'm fucking it up kind of thing, because that's just not how Attack on Titan was written from the start. So for it to end there is jarring. So I see what Isayama was trying to do at the very end. He was like, well, this was well received. Let me pull this. Let me just pull one of these. Let me pull a Breaking Bad. Doesn't work. Sorry. Anyways, that is it from me. Let's head to this fucking series finale.